and welcome back to Kingdom Death Monster with Forged by Geeks.
Wait,
Kingdom
what?
Death
No.
Monster.
No.
Right, again.
Yes, Frosthaven. This is Frosthaven Forged by Geeks. Kingdom Death Monster tomorrow.
Take two.
It works.
Surprise!
Surprise!
We'll just pull this board out of the way.
Yeah. Did you know we have 5 people playing Kingdom Death Monster? How's that going to
You
work? We
can
have
do
no
it.
fucking clue.
No, there are rules.
Oh, there are.
Yeah, you can play Kingdom Death Monster with, I think, up to 6 people. That God fucking help you.
I feel like with gamblers, that may be important with the new scout class.
Yeah.
That could be a nice benefit.
But there are technically rules for doing it.
But either way, we're actually playing Frosthaven. Even when I'm not trying to read text on the screen, if you've been watching our Descent videos, I get it wrong. So, yeah, it's one of those nights. I blame the drink. Which I shouldn't. But that being said, we're back with our third, I believe, Outpost in summer for this.
This is our second video.
No, we've put up 3.
No?
I thought we did one of them offline.
We did the first one offline.
No, but I recorded a video.
Oh,
of
Right,
it.
okay.
yeah.
I recorded that solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're back with our third Outpost. Excited to see what we try to construct and do.
Mm.
So given that I screwed up the rules the first time we did this, I'm going to hand it off to Nicole to get it right this time.
Yep. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I think this is, not the right one. Oh, there we go. Outpost phase. All right.
Reading other rules, I see how it works.
Mm.
So we do not have any linked scenarios available, correct?
No.
All right. Some scenarios are force linked, in which case the party must play the indicated linked scenario immediately.
We did that a couple sessions ago.
Yep. Okay. The outpost phase, blah, blah, blah. Passage of time. At the start of the outpost phase, time passes. Mark the next unmarked box on the calendar to signify that 1 week has passed.
Okay, so there was something with a note on our YouTube about what we were doing with that to make sure we were doing it right. So give me 1 second. I need the ones I have responded to. Oh, wow. It's like putting stuff in different order. There we go. Okay, just a note to the number of weeks in the first summer. You select outpost events after a passage of time where you cross out a week, and the season for the old outpost event is decided by the next uncrossed box. So if you only have you will only have 9 summer outpost events in the first summer.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you looking at that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. Continue.
All right. There are no events written in the box that I just checked off.
Okay.
For
So we probably have the actual outpost event.
yes, so now it's the outpost event. So draw the top card of the active outpost event deck and resolve it.
Okay, we get Outpost Event 4. A gentleman you have seen before wearing a dapper vest
Haven't.
Huh?
A gentleman you haven't.
Oh, a
seen
gentleman you
before.
haven't seen before wearing a dapper vest has set up a small table for cards on the street corner. He beckons you over. 3-card Monty! Sound familiar? Simplest game there is. He pulls out 3 worn cards, frayed from use, and flips them upright on the table. Just need to watch the Red Queen. Ignore the spades. Just spot where she goes, nice and easy. He flips the cards face down, and with slow, deliberate movements, shuffles their positions. With a flourish, he invites you to pick where the Queen wound up. You point to the Queen. He flips it upright with feigned surprise. You got it! And on your first try, say! Why don't we make this interesting? You agree to a wager. Why?
That was my first thought. At this point, I would be walking away from him.
Uh-huh.
We know it's a con job. We just don't know what kind.
Mm-hmm. He shows you the Queen, then shuffles the cards across the table. Tell you what, let's make this even simpler. I'll remove this one here. He plucks a card off the table, showing it's a spade. That leaves just 2 cards. Which will it be? You sure you followed the queen to the spot on the left? Pick the card on the left. Pick the card on the right.
Well, surely it can't be the card on the left, because that's what he would expect us to be choosing, so we must choose the card on the right. But, since he is smart, he will also know this, and will expecting us to choose the card on the right, so it must be the card on the left.
I saw that coming.
There's no option to just walk away.
Yes,
No,
seriously.
There is no. We already agreed to the wager, so we have no option. Of
We
walking away.
agreed to the wager. I think the game agreed us to the wager.
Yes.
And we don't. What did we even wager?
I think we only find
I
out
think
if we pick the wrong card.
I think we probably find out if we pick. We may find out if we pick either card.
I'm
In
betting
any
they're
case.
both
I'm
wrong.
admitting they're both wrong.
Yeah. So I'm picking the card on the right.
All right,
How about you guys?
sounds good.
Card on the right.
Card on the right. So we're doing option B. Oh, why is there an option C? Oh, we get option C. Because we all said he's cheating. There's a hidden option. If we all thought he was cheating, we can do that. That is kind of cool. Note if we chose either of the other options, we lose 5 gold. So we get if you shouted cheating or neither instead of choosing A or B, which I think we were all doing. You flip over both cards at the same time. Aha! 2 spades, just like you suspected. You knock the table to the ground and drive the charlatan out of town. Sometimes the only way to beat a cheater is to beat them at your own game.
At their own game.
No, it says
No, it
your
says-
own.
What?
Your own game.
Your own
like
game?
basically, like the game that you played was not the game that he was playing.
Fair. Looks like he left behind a pouch or of something. Game Lucky Dice 242.
So the only winning move is not to play.
Yes.
Game Lucky Dice, so are we getting his pair of loaded dice?
Probably. And there's only one of them. And it is Lucky Dice. During your attack ability, treat the next 3 attack modifier cards you draw as rolling. Ooh. Oh, wow. That's pretty powerful.
This looks
Unless you
very
draw a
useful.
curse.
What?
Unless you draw a curse.
No. Because, oh, yeah.
This is not like advantage. This is
No, that's a fair point.
Treat as rolling?
Yeah, so it means you draw another card and you get the effects of both.
Ah.
so as long as you don't get the curse, you're fine.
Yeah.
So we really want that for people who have a lot of cards with effects, not just numbers in their deck.
No, not necessarily. Because they do add up, I believe. So what we don't want is somebody who has a lot of rolling cards that could chain them into a null. That might be bad.
But I mean, for instance, here I have add 2 rolling cards that heal 1, target 1 ally, for instance. So if we have cards like that, we want to make those come up more often. Whereas in theory, at least when we start, all the numbers in our deck should be 0-sum.
But those are rollings, so they can keep chaining, which could increase
Yep.
your chance of a null.
But I mean, this increases our chance of drawing these.
Fair. I would say who attacks a lot. I haven't been attacking a lot,
That
Yeah.
would be our drifter.
so I think it goes to the drifter.
I only have 16 gold, so I can't buy it yet.
You don't have to buy it.
Oh, you don't?
We just got it.
Oh, it had a price on it. Are you sure that doesn't just go in?
No, that's in case we have to buy it back
Okay.
later.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay.
Is it a hand slot?
It's a bag.
Bag. How many bag slots do I have?
You are limited on bag slots based on your level, I believe. So we'll have to look that up.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you can't carry it, then we can always pass it to somebody else before next game.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. What's next on the list, Nicole?
Okay. We don't have any damaged buildings. Yippee. After the outpost step, resolve the effects of all buildings. Go through the building deck in sequential order, 1 card at a time.
Okay, and it's the sun effects, I believe.
Yes.
So this one does nothing. This is a night effect. Night effect. Okay. Collectively buy a leather for 2 gold. I say we do that. How much town gold are we down to?
20 before that.
Okay, yep, we'll do that.
I don't remember. Does our gold stay individual or does it all go into the community?
Our
It
gold
stays-
stays individual, but
Well,
we
we
have
have-
earned collective.
Both individual and collective gold.
Yep.
We're using collective gold to buy this collective leather.
Okay, next up, we have logging camp. Collectively buy a lumber for 2 gold, which we really want.
Good with it?
Yeah, sure.
We need the resources, and gold seems a lot more plentiful.
Mhm.
And finally, collectively train up to 1 soldier for 3 gold and a material resource. How are we doing on our soldiers? We're
You have
full.
4 soldiers.
So we're full.
Okay.
Okay, so we can't do that. Capacity 4. Advantage. Oh, effect advantage and -5. Attack. Oh, we might have fucked that up on the last.
No,
Combat.
that's, I think we have to spend something. I think we have to spend something for that. Like,
Oh.
basically that's the effect of doing something.
Okay.
For any defense check, as long as the barracks is not wrecked, the party can lose any number of soldiers before drawing to give the check advantage and reduce the attack value
That's
based
what we did,
on
okay.
the level of the barracks and the number of soldiers lost.
So I don't think we dropped the attack by 5, or we might have.
I think we did.
Oh, we did. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay.
So in
So
that case, we do want to train up 1 soldier?
no, we can't.
We're
We're already at max, but they would
Okay.
still apply if we got attacked.
And I'm assuming as we upgrade the barracks, we are able to recruit more soldiers over time.
We can get 2 more for each upgrade, and the effect will get stronger. And one of our viewers pointed out, because we were wondering if we could look at the buildings ahead of time, their upgrades and stuff. We are allowed to do so. We just can't look up story events and see what the story events would do. Okay, so what's next on the list? I think we're now in the downtime.
Yes.
Okay,
Already
so
downtime.
first thing we'll want to do is figure out what do we want to build or upgrade. The last major building that we can construct right now would be the mining camp. And that would be the same as the others, which gives us a metal for 2 gold every time we come back here.
So it seems to me to be good to build a mining camp. I would say we build 1 of everything before we upgrade. We don't really know what we're going to need in the future going forward, so having the maximum flexibility seems to be more important.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we want to build a mining camp, we will need to set aside, where is that? 4 lumber, 2 metal, a leather, and 10 gold we can take from the collective.
So we are down 1 lumber because we need 4 lumber, right?
Yes. Oh, and we have the 2 metal and a leather.
And the leather.
Okay,
Leather,
so
yes.
we just need 1 person to provide a lumber. I don't have any.
I do not have any.
I don't have any lumber.
I have 1.
I have 1.
So either of you can provide a lumber.
I'll provide the lumber.
Are
Okay.
you sure? Like, I could do it.
Nicole has a lot of resources right now, so maybe.
Okay, sure, go for it.
Okay, then, and we otherwise use our collective town resources,
Yep.
including 10 gold. And we are now the proud owners of a mining camp, which also immediately grants us 1 prosperity.
All right. That puts us at 3 checks on prosperity.
Very nice.
And my build progress is now up to 3. Because that's my personal quest.
I'm going to check something in case we messed it up. I'm not sure we read an event when we were supposed to. So I want to make sure we actually did read this event for one of the things we built. No, we did not read this event. So when we built the hunting lodge, you should probably give us 1 more prosperity because we probably didn't get that as well. One of our viewers called us out on not doing the exclamation points. So we haven't read this event, which is 170. Oh,
That's the upgrade, right?
but he said these apply when you first. Oh, that's when we do the upgrade. Never mind. I almost fucked that up again. So also remove the mining camp one.
Jesus.
God, I keep fucking this up. Okay. So, let me see. Ah, okay. This is really unclear. Can you check in the book? Because it's unclear if we get that when we upgrade or when we first build. Oh, he was saying we get it when we build because we got the 4 soldiers when we first built the barracks.
Ah, yes. The party then gains the prosperity bonus and applies any other one-time effects indicated on the building card.
And the same with the craftsman, we got our cards. Okay, so we should be getting 3 prosperity, which we haven't gained, and we do get this, which is with the fire roaring in the background, the finished
That says upgraded, though.
Yeah, that's why I was confused, but that is the right number, and it's saying with the hunting lodge finished, so it's our first.
This is level 1.
Yes, which has the number right here. Read that, which I am.
Yeah, but buildings, I think, start at level 0.
There is no level 0. They start at level 0, and we built it to this.
Oh.
So level 1 is an upgrade, technically.
Okay.
Okay, with the roar of with a fire roaring in the background, the finished hunting lodge is perfect. Is a perfect location to exchange tales of narrow escapes from polar bears, as well as provide hides for Frosthaven. You encounter all sorts of patrons whose rugged appearances often belie a certain gruff kindness. One of the patrons is a vervaling trapper who sits nearest the fire and away from the crowd, a square hat shadowing their eyes. Sitting beside their wares of lustrous, exotic furs, they are currently absorbed in constructing an intricate snare. When you ask them to explain their process, they warm up to you. Much of my time is spent not in action, but in observation. It's a matter of understanding the animals, their habits. If you're truly interested, perhaps I can show you sometime. You readily agree, happy for the company. And we get an extra class we can play.
Nice.
Trapper, maybe.
So how much total prosperity do we have now, Nicole? 5?
5 out of 6 required to reach prosperity level 2.
Oh, nice. Okay, and let me get that class box quick. Not that any of us are planning to switch class, but we should pull out the class box. Here we go. Oh, it looks like a trapper symbol. Fancy that. And I have to undo the tape. There we go. So, nice little trapper symbol. And what did we get? The trapper! So people can pause on screen if they want to read that more. And I'll flip it over. High complexity class. So that should prove interesting. May take a look at it. And we can look at that outside of game, of course, in case anybody who does want to consider switching. There we go. Okay, so now that we've got those all handled, we've chosen our upgrade, we've already paid. We technically don't have the mining camp for right now, just for note, until the end of the settlement phase, but that doesn't seem to impact anything for what we're planning to do here now. It was also confirmed that yes, these 3 things would count as doing our construction. So we can't do a building or an upgrade and one of these or more of these. So if we ever want the boat, the sled, or the climbing gear, that's going to be our building.
We'll have to not make a building that route.
Exactly.
Do we have any text to read from previously constructed buildings in prior weeks, which we did not do?
No, that's what we did at the start, which was the pay 2 gold to get this, pay 2 gold to get that. I did all the rest on the bottom.
No, the one for the
What I'm
hunting
talking
lodge, for
about
instance.
is reading the text when we had.
No, I just did that. That was the only one that we needed to read the text for.
Okay.
The rest were just gain prosperity or 4
Okay.
soldiers.
All right.
Okay. So we've already done that a little out of order.
Yep.
But characters may perform downtime activities in anywhere they would like. So you can level up, retire a character, create a character, craft items, brew potions, or sell items. So I'm finally leveling up.
Oh, those we do not have. Finally. Okay, let's see. I believe these are the things we can craft. I want to make sure that and these are things we can buy if we could actually buy shit, which we can't. Okay, so I'll put those away. So we can craft these things here. So we've got 2 horns of command available for crafting. We've got a pair of crude shields available for crafting. Protective spears. A crude spear. Crude bow. Still have a spyglass out there. Some flexible slippers. Crude boots. 2 sets of crude hide armor. 2 traveling cloaks, and 1 helmet left. If you have any specific materials, I can let you know what you can craft and what it does.
What does it take to craft a Horn of Command, and what body type?
1 metal, 1 leather, and 1 arrowroot. Or not arrowroot, the lower right herb.
Okay, I have 2 of those 3.
Okay, I have the lower right one if you really want it. I could trade, or, oh no, it's not the lower right. It's the center bottom, which I don't have.
Okay,
But somebody could trade you.
I don't have that either. I don't know that any of us has it.
Nicole,
The center bottom.
yeah, you have 1. The
Okay.
center bottom herb. I don't think anybody else does. Nope.
But I also want to see. Oh, and it's a fist, so I could actually equip it.
Yeah, you can have 2 fist items on.
Okay.
Okay, I need to pull out my gear to see what I can equip.
Does it only cost materials or also gold to craft?
Just the materials.
That seems useful for me.
Yeah,
I could only trade you a hide, Nicole. I have nothing else to give you, right? Guess maybe I can give you money.
that's fine. I can give you the thing.
Okay.
For the hide?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
cool.
just give it to him.
We're requiring trading of 1 for 1.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I'll take a hide. If
Okay.
you're okay with
It's
that.
all I can give you. So I've used my metal, and I will go from 3 hides to 1 hide, the one that I spent and the one I gave to Nicole,
Okay.
and that will be it. And I guess I get a Horn of Command.
Okay, which
Thank you.
is during one of your summons turns, decide how it performs its abilities. Cool.
I would love to build one of those crude hide armors. They require 2 hides, and I have none. All I have is timber and 1 of the herbs.
I have no hide. We do. No, we don't have hide in town anymore.
No.
Okay.
So perhaps I will wait till next town phase and hopefully get the things I need.
I need something that uses a hand, but a single hand. So I can do a protective scepter or a crude shield. Or a horn of command, but I don't have summons. Oh, I am not making the scepter. I have neither of those, unless somebody wants to trade a lumber and a leather for 2 metal. Or possibly an herb. I have the lower right herb. I may make a crude shield.
So I could trade you a lumber, but I don't have the hide.
Do you need a metal for anything? No, you need
No, actually what I want is hides.
Yeah,
I do have a hide.
your hides are priority. Do you have 2?
I have 2 things, so I
What
could
do you
give
have?
like one person a lumber and I could give another person an herb if they wanted to give me hides.
But that's the thing. Like basically, I think I'm the only person that can trade. So
Do you need a metal at all?
I don't really need much of anything,
Okay.
to be honest.
Yeah, all I have is 1 metal if anybody needs it for their stuff.
And all I have is one hide. I have nothing else, but I'm happy to.
So Nicole, do
donate
you have a
hide.
hide you can trade?
Yes.
So could I trade you a lumber and trade Nicole an herb?
Sure.
Sure.
Great.
So I get a lumber.
What herb did you give me?
It is the upper left, the thing with 3 little
arrow
arrow-like
root.
things.
Okay.
Cool. And I will build myself a crude hide armor.
Nice. Now, you do need to add a -1 to your deck.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Okay. I can totally do that.
Okay, cool. Anybody else crafting anything? Want to try experimenting with herbs at all? Anything like that?
What's the? I'd like to take a look at the herb thing.
Okay. So for the herbs, we don't have a whole hell of a lot unlocked yet, and we can only do the 2 herb side. Note, I do have an herb in the lower right if you wanted to use that. I would be happy to trade you for anything pretty much.
Okay. So we can try crafting this one that we've never done before.
Which one?
This.
Oh, that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You could also make another unhealthy mixture.
Yeah, I don't think I want to make another unhealthy mixture.
So you want to make a new thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pop it. So we get a stamina potion, number 84. There you go.
During your turn, recover 1 level 1 card from your discard pile. This card is lost.
Return 1 level 1 card.
Yes, from your discard
Interesting.
Interesting. So it gives you a little bit more life.
pile. Yeah, if I'm remembering correctly.
Nice.
Oh, it's more the fact that it's saying level 1 card, so you're starting cards.
Yeah, but it's still a little bit more life.
Mhm.
It extends you a little bit, which is pretty nice. Okay, so does anybody need metal or anything like that?
I don't think I have enough to craft anything unless it's only going to take 1 material.
For 1 material, you can make a crude shield, a crude bow, a crude helmet, a traveling cloak, or flexible slippers.
Mm-hmm. I already like my boots. I'm trying to remember what the traveling cloak did.
That requires leather, and at the start of the session, increase your maximum hit point value by 1.
Okay. And the crude shield?
When an enemy would apply a negative condition to you, prevent the condition, and then you lose the card, and you also add a -1 to your deck.
I don't want any negative ones in my deck. I mean, the traveling cloak sounds interesting, but I don't need it.
I do still need a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to make myself a crude shield with 1 of the metal, dropping myself down to 1 metal. Just because I've got to craft a ton of crap. I still need 1 more fist item, 2 more armors, 2 more helmets, 2 more boots, and 4 items.
Do you have to craft all those, or can you buy some of them?
I could, in theory, buy them, but we can't buy anything yet. So, hence part of my problem.
So we have to level up the city to a certain level before we have any stores?
Don't know where we get the store.
I think it is. I think it may have said something about like once you reach a certain level.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we have to build a building effectively.
Okay, I have a metal and the lower right herb available for trade if anybody wants them for crafting anything.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good at this point.
Okay, so we're done crafting. Anything else left?
I leveled up and I took a venomous. I took one of my level 2 cards, and I did not get a new perk. Yeah, it says specifically items cannot be purchased freely until building 37 is built. Until that happens, the items in the available purchasable supply can only be purchased with starting gold upon the creation of a new character or when a game effect specifically allows a character to do so. Alrighty then. So, yep, that seems to be it.
Okay, so next up on our list then is to pick our next mission. So let me pick these up first. A lot easier to pick up than those cards from Descent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what is up with those cards. They make it amazingly difficult to pick up anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are away. We just shove that somewhere over there.
So
Thank
we have
you.
a good overview of the missions that are available to us right now.
That's what I'm pulling up. So, where did that go? There it is. Ah, there's this wonderful chart that comes with the removable sticker set.
We might want to remove the potion thing so we'll be able to see it.
Okay. So, I'm going to show this on the big screen, but basically we can mark off what we've discovered and what we've cleared, and then what we can no longer do on here. So, I've already done that a bit. So pretty much we only have 3 options. We have, a little harder to see on the screen, but they also track with these things. So we have mission number 5.
Let's move this a little bit so that they can see the ones that have been uncovered there.
Thanks. We have mission number 5 that we can do. We have mission number 7 and mission number 8. But mission number 7 requires us to have a class we have not unlocked yet. So we really only have the Frozen Crypt or the Crystal Trench, it looks like.
What do we know about those 2 locations?
And that's what I'm about to do.
Yep.
So that's 5 and 8. Okay, so what we know about the Crystal Trench is it's east of Frosthaven. I don't know, something, they were reported by Satha scouts. And we're chasing down some people, it looks like. And there's something about machinery. And then mission 5 is a Frozen Crypt. It is tied with the Valrath infantry. They're trying to set up a defensive line. And this is where the Snow Speaker sent us.
Now, I remember here we wanted to get to 55 eventually.
Which would go through number 5.
Go through this one.
Yep. But there's a whole bunch of stuff off of 8 as well.
Yep. And my character is a Valrath, so maybe she would be interested in helping out with the Valrath line.
I'm fine with either of these. I don't really have a preference.
Now, there are certain missions we needed to do for Dan. Are any of them
No.
accessible to us now?
No. Basically, like, at the completion of that scenario, we put something on the campaign sheet to read when we get to that point. So,
Okay, so we don't really know which direction to go.
yeah, please hold.
Okay, of note, our overall goal in 5 is our usual goal, kill everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we get hurt right at the start before we do anything. Mission number 8 is we must all escape with no one becoming exhausted.
That's a little bit harder.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
We often have people become exhausted, but then again, if we knew from the start we were playing to not be exhausted, we would play a little differently.
Fair, but taking 2 damage up front also is a little bit hard. We're still all pretty low on hit points, but I feel like that's the better part of Valor. It's our usual kill everything.
So does it take 2 damage up front, or does it take 2 damage up front unless you have ignore scenario effects?
Take 2 damage up front unless you have ignore scenario effects.
Woohoo!
Okay, so the 2 people you can see on camera are fucked. Everybody else is fine.
Always take ignore scenario effects.
Well, I can't.
I know.
And I had other stuff that I wanted to do.
Alas, my character cannot take ignore scenario effects.
And
Okay.
I'm personally trying to cut my deck all of the negatives out of it right now.
Yeah, I've been doing a bit of that. Okay, so it sounds like we want to go for number 5 for the Frozen Crypt.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good.
Okay,
Sounds good to me.
so that's what we'll do in our next session.
All right.
Okay, I know this has been a short session for everybody, but alas, we're getting a little bit of a late start today, so we don't want to hop into a 3.5-hour mission. Thank you for joining us, and we really appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow, or whenever you happen to watch our YouTube afterwards, for our first Kingdom Death Monster game in a long time. Have a good one.